TikTok, what the fuzz? We're gonna watch more TikToks, which are very deep and problematic and is gonna trigger you to think about deep topics. But don't worry, I will hold your hands. I will give you a somewhat well-rounded perspective of a person you've never met or never known existed on the internet, but you know, I happen to be very smart because I'm lonely for prolonged periods of time. Despite, you know, having all this knowledge and all these abilities to even have conversations and define how conversations should actually start, I can pull all these rules out of my ass and even open up my heart by creating a mechanical heart that I use every day. Still not good enough, you know, not good enough to have friends at the moment, so I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird life I have to live. While Selena Gomez can say that she's gonna be single soon because she's gonna dump a bunch of dudes, finally, you know, so much freedom. What I can say is, yes, I will be single soon anytime someone tries to talk to me, because they're just not gonna be my friends, though. They're not gonna stick around, which is very sad. You know, that's how it always feels like, even if someone is trying to pretend that it's not the case right now. Alright, I talked to this guy yesterday, not really. Yeah, I mean, if we have nothing to talk about, then it's a big problem. Like, I don't run out of reasons to make videos, alright? There's no lack of reasons. And right now I even have to do sanity dump on TikTok. A marathon is a sanity dump in disguise. I've done my first sanity dump where I just vomit videos out uncontrollably because I have so much opinion. People discard opinions as if it's like, you know, clothes they don't want to wear, food they don't want to eat, just things they don't want to have in their system. Opinions, like, nah, bro. And so there's a whole gaping hole in the society surrounding, like, solutions to things. No one wants to actually talk about solutions because there's a consequence of talking about solutions. People might actually do something about something for the first time. It's, like, super easy to just say that something is wrong. Also have a video open up about the debate. This one, again, gave me a strike because, you know, I favored Trump, even though Biden won the election. So, I don't know. I don't know what YouTube thinks about it, but they gave me a strike for this shit, which sounds very undemocratic and pissed me off quite a bit. But at the same time, I guess we're not supposed to talk about politics, and we're supposed to do something more productive than just choose a side between you know, I don't know. I don't know. Biden now showing up in my dreams. Seemingly he's like more interconnected, and lefties like this guy, prefer this guy. Trump takes up a little bit more space in the room if he enters. He wants to be center of attention. So, you know, the choice is at least between different kind of people. And so that's something. That's something I can understand. You know, if you don't like, you're losing space to Donald Trump, you're gonna choose the other dude who allows you to have space. But again, in my dream, he just sits there on a bench. I don't know what he's doing there. And the bench does not exist, by the way, in reality. He just literally manifested the bench himself as well. There's a bench close to him, but like my mental space did not register that there's a bench, but you can have one, you know, in that location. But it's literally next to my home. He's sitting next to my home, and I'm now every time I go to fucking grocery store, I will know that there's Joe Biden sitting on a bench in that location. I'm like, fuck you. Infiltration. Illegal. Talking about Donald Trump stealing space? Someone just fucking, you know, hit a jackpot of space stealing. So be careful. You make your choices, but you know, you're not going to have the you know, consequences that you thought you would get. Uh, uh, what was the final score between Trump and Biden? Like Trump just crushed the debate, but that's what happens if you control space all the time. I mean, you win debates. I don't know. There should be other ways for Biden to, you know, perform his thing, or you know, maybe do monologues and stuff like that. Maybe that would help. There's so many ways to just improve and test new things that we haven't seen before. But once things are decisive, it gets quite boring very quickly. So I don't know if I actually want to even review this video at all, but because there's something else we have to review. I already tried to make a video about this. I already watched a few TikToks, so I have to like catch up with myself and give you guys the scoops. But I've seen. Oh yeah, it's obviously bizarre. You must understand. This is not normal for both artists to upload at the same time. It's not normal, but it happened twice now. Taylor Swift released her album and Ava Max fucking released her single inside the album release. Like, how the fuck does that happen? How do you do that? It's inside. Look, this upload, and then Selena immediately like pressed the button to upload, and then the rest. And then still Carly fucking shows up. Oh, it's my time to shine as well. Let's click that button. Let's spice things up. This is annoying. It's annoying, bro. But it's happening. With the biggest artists, you can only do it with the biggest artists that everyone is subscribed to, so it's like a subscriber match thing. But yeah, it's really fascinating to me. I love it. Because now it happened twice, and I can expect that to happen more often, so please, guys, if you know if there's someone inside Ariana right now, Ariana's cake, upload cake. I don't want to make it creepy, but I did make it creepy because I already uploaded yesterday or what, very recently, like it's now blowing up. The video that's blowing up is Victoria's sexiest episodes that I could find easily through my filters and stuff, and then evaluated everything. Yeah, and the sexiest episode happened to be where the girls chase after one boy. Just all of them. All of them uniting, but also separating themselves. And at some point giving up and just like, okay, I guess I'll care about the local guys a little bit more. Because they deserve love. Because I just got rejected. You know? That's kind of the cool episode, I'm not gonna lie, and it's just the best song, the sexiest song, I would say. But sorry for spoiling. If you haven't watched the episode, you should actually see. Which episode is that? Which episode I'm talking about? So yeah, I will rewatch this song a couple of more times. I don't have to dig deeper. The vibe of Ariana celebrating 10 years anniversary of some album and singing live, like, you're not subscribed for this type of content, okay? Don't worry about it. It's not for you. Maybe you want to see her live like this, and that's cool, but like she's wifey material, meaning that you're not gonna like how she looks like anymore, but I'm okay with it. I'm personally okay with it, because I already got crushed and destroyed, and my heart was invaded by these celebrities, and I have nothing better to replace it with, so I'm stuck. I'm okay with that. It's not my problem anymore. You know, I don't love me. Shit, I immediately started talking about shooting my own people if I go to war. All right. I just am like, you can't drag me out of my miserable life and not receive, you know, punishment, straight up punishment. If I have a weapon, it's gonna be inside your neck very quickly, because I can't just be dragged out anymore out of the life that I've created. I can only share it if you like it. It's kind of like now business. and it's gonna be important later why I say business. And yeah, like I there's no love to go around. People are somewhat like very suspicious and annoying to me. And just again, just going to a grocery store is somehow like painful to me. Is absolutely painful. And Joe Biden is not going to take space. Again, he's just going to be there if I need to remember that he was there in the first place. He actually approached me. I don't know if he said anything. Dreams are fucking Vegas and stupid. But you remember locations, you remember people, and what they were doing basically. But when they start talking, you're not gonna remember that shit. That's too hard. You're not even gonna be sure if it was Joe Biden exactly. It's just you're gonna have a vague representation of that person and the way you felt of like I felt like there's a fucking president in there. What? Around the corner, dude. In my local space. Why is there? Then I just double the hearts. Here's a tutorial of how sanity dump works. There's the hearts. And you can see the whole pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 10, which is purple hearts. Funny enough, this is 11, 12, you can see the pattern. But funny enough, if you want 100, this is 100. Alright, purple heart is a special freak. I'm not gonna lie, it just is. So that's 100. I hate it. I probably should just do double purple heart, but it doesn't work. It would be 110, but it could, I don't know. It's just weird. Because this is a 9, and this is 10. If you put them together, it's 100. It's just a fun little quirk process. It's very interesting that traffic lights have a yellow color to it. And it tears you apart, doesn't it? But that's what narcissism is all about. Is about the tearing question, should you burn or should you keep a certain resource or make a certain decision? They're always like bombarded by decisions like that. Because that's how their brain works. Should I do it or should I not do it? Should I cross the street or not? How do you feel like it? If you in a hurry, you can cross the street. If you want to stay, and there's a person next to you that you want to stay with, I don't know. You can do that. Just whatever you feel like. It's kind of very interesting color, I would say. And it just matches with narcissism. So that's meaningful. The reason why I say that is because Ariana sang about my heart is in a yellow light or whatever. Even like being sunny outside is not a good reason to go outside. Just the real good reason is to go outside is a fucking early in the morning and you're trying to avoid evil people. All right, that's a good reason to go outside. And I'll also just do grocery stocking up. I need good reasons to go outside, guys. So for me, sun is just a yellow light. By the way, we obviously gonna need this to hide all of these credits because we are protesting against Jack's films. Maybe I don't want to give credit to people. Fuck that shit. All right? No. We say no this time. Okay, this song is playing in my mind. I need to listen. Yeah, that is a very, very meaningful song for me because I do feel like a sky full of stars. You know, the dude that collects celebrities, whoever they are. They don't have to just be singers. I don't care what you do. If it's powerful and it's on YouTube, I will give lots of fucks. And even if it's on TikTok sometimes, or even if you're a porn star, but somehow you're compatible with this platform, fuck it, let's go. Yeah, so not just Yeah, death and destruction is pretty good solution. This is the definition of Hitler, a person who's very good, wants bad things, and is supported by a lot of people. So this is why I have just a natural allowance, just like fire requires fuel, oxygen, and a spark, I guess, to function. It's a triangle of fire. Well, I Hitler also needs a triangulation of things to exist. All right, it's not a baby that you can kill, unfortunately, and prevent the future from becoming better. All right, so the idea of killing a Hitler baby, not forget about it. All right, you're not gonna go back to the past and find the evil person. And again, you kill the head of the Hydra and two heads. All right, so it's a lot harder to kill one head. If something has to happen, it happens. All right, and Hitler is just the existence of him is just a consequence of people actually wanting to support something like this. Again, is the people that are at fault. But you can behead a person now that he's being supported. You have to find him and hunt him down. Just like Putin has to be hunted down. But if Hitler exists, well, you have to respect that idea. Very much so. So he needs support of the people. I don't know how to symbolize that. He has to be a good person, you know. And but want to do bad things. And yes, I just said Hitler has to be a good person. It's a thing. You have to be good at what you're doing. To be a good person, you just simply have to be like not lazy at all, and live a very intense life. And where are you gonna find passion to wake up every day? What are you gonna fight against? Are you gonna find enough Jews to pursue and attack to wake up every day? Because that's what you need to do. You have to find an enemy. You have to find a reason to do your thing, especially when it's evil. So you know, I definitely can do these two things and project that I want to do evil things as a satire way to get closer, you know, into triangulating and manifesting the Hitler energy, bro. Just to scare the shit out of people. And if people think that this is somehow a criminal behavior, I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. You guys play a part as well by supporting me. And if your hatred is support, then I will have all the right ingredients to become this definition that you have created and feared for so long. You must understand the definitions of the past. The Hitler of the past is just, you know, a malfunctioning phone of the future, malfunctioning technology of the future. We can just bring it back and make it better. And maybe there's nothing to fear anymore. Maybe this is just a casual dude that gets a little bit of support and it's not gonna separate, split its own country in half or whatever. Which is like, who cares, right? Well, if you can do it to today's Germany, I would be pretty impressed. No joke. And I still don't know what world wars were about. I have no idea about history. I'm not that interested. It's just people tossing this thing around, thinking that they know the definition, but I will ask you, Hitler who? Like, what do you mean? Oh, just research. No, I'm not gonna do that. You can define things, right? There's no when it comes to Google is not gonna just give you a definition like this. So that it gets very complicated, I would say. And fascinating to me. That once you use a word too many times, it becomes a word that's supposed to describe something. You know, it's no longer just a name, especially when he's dead. He's just dead. All right. We think he got killed, so he didn't even get to live a full life being evil and stuff. So I don't know, man, if it's that bad to be ahead of something. But like, yeah, being a dictator, even for a short period of time, and actually being an active dictator, it's scary. You're not, I don't want this stuff in the world, but if it's manifesting, it's not my fault. If I become one of these guys, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I will definitely make enough apology videos to properly apologize. All right? I'll put effort into rewinding and cleaning up my name. Absolutely. But right now, I don't have a chance to be supported by people, so it doesn't matter what I say. Doesn't matter what kind of concepts I bring up onto the table. There's no reason to be upset about it, unfortunately. Cyrex uploaded G6. I'm like, what does that mean? Then I was like, 666, 36, like 36, then G6. That was the lyrics, and I'm like, okay, what does the 666 mean? Because it makes me think about conspiracy theorists and their outrage about 666. The only thing that I can see in 666 is that it's divisible by 3 and by 2 and by 6, which is not something you can do with 888. You can divide by 8 by 4. I guess still divisible by 3 numbers. So why is not 888 a scary number? Bruh. I don't know. You tell me, guys. But by the way, like, you have this devil's number, and then you have angel numbers. Literally, after Cyrex uploads, where's the fucking Cyrex upload, by the way? The time. It actually uploaded afterwards, like a G6, right? But before, I was like, oh shit, what is that? Why is this connected, man? So I researched these angel numbers all of a sudden, and guess what I found? That people care about patterns and stuff, and things they see. Like, cool. License plate being 1111. Oh, wow. Time being 777. Oh, wow. How interesting is that? It's definitely a sign from the universe to pay attention to something. Well, usually, if your universe is willing to give you signs, it's also willing to communicate you fully. You know, like, it's going to tell you the full story. You just have to listen. And this guy even promoted that something weird happened to him. So he found a word that he's going to be aware of for a certain amount of time until you just get bored and like, whatever, right? You're going to forget about it. But a certain word, and he found that word immediately after the video. He would, I will give you guys a scoop on that one. God. Yeah. What if you add this and that together and you get a Satan's number? But I added 2 angel numbers together. What? No, not like this. Math betrayed me. Clearly, 666 means absolutely nothing. It's just to trigger people. I don't know, man. Conspiracy theories, if you don't put a definition up front and explain why 666 is evil, well, it's not then. 555 is now evil, actually, because, you know, we have Sniper Wolf and stuff. So, obviously, this 555 is now the new number of the beast, am I right? That's how it works, right?
Because Mark.
Yeah, this was the word crepuscular, and he found that word on a username very quickly after watching the video, which you wouldn't expect that to happen. But if you do that, if you find a message from the universe, maybe fucking start decoding it and taking a snapshot and analyze it of what could it possibly mean. Because there's so much context around the words, you know? If the universe is trying to tell you something, this is a pretty good way to do it. And I will explain you how it's happening. So you learn something new, all right? You get a new perspective in life, and you look around, and you might see that thing around you that you didn't actually pay attention in the same way before. And so you take a closer look, and it's like, it could send you a message, it could give you some kind of context, clue, you know, of where it is, of how you treated that thing, of what it says, because he says like it's a person that had a username, so it had to say something, it had to post something, it had to exist in some kind of manner somewhere to send a message. I don't know, because clearly that is a ridiculous coincidence. All right, and you have to pay attention to this shit. But luckily, all right, luckily for you guys, your memory will fade all of these things away, and you will not worry about 1111 showing up. You're just gonna pay attention for as long as you're entertained to do so, and you will pay extra attention to it. But eventually, you just forget about it. So, and if you want to, you know, defeat biases, which is what this guy still wants to talk about, scientific terms, bias. I have an ultimate bias. You bring up biases, but you too biased to know the solution of it. So usually, well, one bias that is being brought up is like, in such a flashy, cognitive bias. What? It doesn't self-explain itself. Well,
for the first time and then many times directly thereafter, it can lead us to believe that there's a greater synchronicity at work in the world around.
Yeah, who cares? But if you wanted to truly escape a bias, this is just like curiosity in this case. You're just curious, of like, okay, this is interesting. If you cut your curiosity short, it can turn into a bias. You have to like finish the journey and understand fully what's going on to truly define it. But if you start paying attention to weird details, that could also be a bias of like expecting things, and you're gonna get tricked anyways by the universe, and it's gonna but it's like everyone lives their life, and the universe is actually being held together by mysterious forces, because otherwise we just lose our minds very quickly. So everything you do somewhat works, all right? And usually all we need in life is just to be entertained and, you know, sort of be interconnected, sort of keep up with our body's desires as well. Like we can feel what we need in life, and these things don't actually cluster our lives. It somehow feels meaningful. And to me, I'm like, well, I'm spiritually connected to everything. So even recommended tab, every single upload people make, everything is interconnected for me. So there's no escape. Everything is meaningful if I want it to be, you know, unfortunately. Even Donald Trump staring at me right now. Of like, why am I not featured properly in the video? Yeah, shut the fuck up. We're trying as best as we can. It is Devil's Number, because that's also Selena's symbol, and this is Taylor Swift's symbol, which is 777, am I right? And then in the middle, there's the beast, the GGG, bro. Let's go. Let's go. That is so evil. Oh my god. We figured out why he's so evil. Holy shit. I didn't thought it was that evil, man. It was me all along in that middle position. Holy shit. Kill it with fire, bro. No, I let me coin another term. Cupcake. Shitflation. There's shrinkflation, but I'll call it shitflation. When your food you normally buy now tastes like water. Like nothing, bro. It's shitflation. So they add more water, and it's cheese with more water in it. That's so evil, man. I just got a reminder that TikTok is cool and stuff. And I can only give vomit to TikTok. Yeah. By vomit, I mean, I'm an earth wind person, but I'm mainly earth person. And wind just, something that keeps me alive, bro. But sometimes I can just vomit winds. So that would be my TikTok content, preferably. Because they require wind things. They require cool things that you could learn and stuff. And like scientific, but you can show it. So like life hacks is the tip of the iceberg of TikTok. Yeah, life hacks. Anyways, let's see if we can get there first. My favorite thing I've ever said. Why did the chicken cross the street? And it, when you're talking about killing Hitler as a baby, well, what you're actually asking is not why chicken crossed the street and is on drugs after killing 3 people. All right. So now you know why the chicken crossed the street. Okay, he just wants to switch sides after doing bad things and being a chicken and all that shit. Now you understand. Yeah, it's killing. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, not like this. Now we're switching sides. Now we want a Hitler to be a baby so we can kill them. And yeah. We want it so badly. No, he's still just a human being. He's still just reachable and destructible, but now he has layers and layers of protection. So you have to first disarm those kind of people and spread your propaganda, or just stay out of your way until the dust settles. Because clearly these kind of people don't get to live very long. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, so the reason why chicken crossed the road after doing all these things, while being, I want to switch to while being on drugs. Yeah, I think I know, because the chicken wants to do all the wrong things now. It's just completely lost and maybe lost its identity, which is apparently possible if you're too evil. I don't know. Yeah, you solve a problem when it presents itself. So when a child is growing up and it's steering in the wrong direction, well, you have to decide if you want to get rid of that child or not. Sometimes a child being born is a problem. Who's gonna take care of it? Oh, am I gonna get fined and attacked for shitting out a baby? You take care of it, bro. If you care so much. It is a tough discussion to be had, but like there's actual clear solutions. Because it just a problem presents itself and it has a solution. Every single time it does. It's fascinating, but you know. And if we just talk about hypothetical things, we're not really gonna arrive to a satisfying conclusion that easily. Because we have to like organize information and collect information. Otherwise we just actually rambling. I'm not rambling, bro. I have no one to talk to. Otherwise I would do that. I would talk to people and stuff. I would not ramble. Don't worry about it. I would try and learn how to hold a conversation, how to squeeze meaning out of other people who have things to say. But apparently, in my local space, I'm the only person who knows how to say things, all right? Who has things to say, who finds things, and wants to condense the information. Because certain things are more important than others. Oh, wow, I'm the only one that I know about. So until that changes, maybe people have to stop saying that I'm rambling as their go-to phrase, because that's just fucked up. Do all the bad things. Yeah, being shy is not equal to being a chicken. I'm not gonna chicken out on threatening people if I feel threatened. I will retaliate. I have to. Because you can't just come to my fucking territory and try and take it away from me. Like, I'm just trying to survive, bro. If you take my territory, I will die. I'll have to somehow reinvent myself and find a place to live again. I don't want to do that. All right, let's not fucking do. Let's skip that part. Let's just skip to the killing human beings part, because I'm too lazy to do, you know, anything else besides defending myself, and making sure that I'm safe. Because I'm not asking for much as other people do. All right, I'm just stuck in a fucking room, and apparently, oh, the global warming is up, meaning that it's not about temperature, it's about the housing prices. So you sit on your ass and your house is getting more and more expensive to try and keep, because everyone wants it, you know? It's fucking in high demand. Everything is high demand now. That is war, basically. This housing crisis is just straight up invisible and long-lasting war. If there's a Cold War, this is the definition of it. The housing crisis is the Cold War, the actual, you know, because you don't get to feel safe in your own home. Like, that is as cold as it gets. The Cold War is you're gonna be thrown out of your comfort of your homes into the cold street environment. So here you go. We have another theme going on of looking back into the past. Cold War. Actually, it's about losing your home, because it's always about local things. You can become a Hitler by all means necessary, because now it's just a definition, and this is also just a definition. So the Cold War between Russia and America, I don't think so. It's all about losing your home because there's way too big of a demand. Maybe at some point we gotta say no. Maybe demand is not supposed to just straight up buy your home if you actually need it. Maybe demand has to fucking wait a little bit and ask someone else. You know, fuck this shit, bro. Pay me. You can occupy. You can sleep on my floor if you want. If you feel like you really need to, you can sleep on my floor in the kitchen. I don't know, bro. I will allow you to do that for 1 hour, maybe, if you're lucky. But that's about it. Fuck you. No demand allowed. I don't feel comfortable. Finally, we get to the meat of things. We get to watch TikToks.
Holding it against you that you've had success, holding it against you that you have wealth, viewing billionaires as evil, you know, you're not doing enough to give back. That's got to be kind of aggravating.
I think it's just important to understand, like what is this wealth? It's not like I've got like some massive cash balance. I simply had loans against my stock. If Tesla and SpaceX went bankrupt, I would go bankrupt too, immediately. I could easily have diversified and protected myself financially, but I did not. Tesla's value is not up to me, it's up to investors. And they decided it was worth $1 trillion in the public market. So, and I own 20% of the company. So
you're not apologetic?
Yeah, it's just a basic misunderstanding in a way of like, who are these billionaires and what their actual wealth is. That's cool. That's cool to know. I'm not gonna dig deeper. I don't like Tesla. I don't like cars in general. I don't think it's convenient right now, the way the whole thing is being treated. But if, I don't know, whatever you want. I am not educated on this subject. I just know that self-driving is not a thing yet. And Elon Musk have been just a scammer who went ahead with the idea, who just sold people more of an idea, not the actual functioning product. Let's put it that way. But who cares? I'm not in, I wouldn't understand this deeply enough.
Is bottled water a scam? Let's test this. If a stranger can tell a difference between these 5 waters and a blind tasting, they win £100.
Nobody won. It's absolutely a scam, because, I mean, why would you sell water and, well, see, the point is to avoid tap water. So, yeah.
No difference in taste between tap water and bottled water. It's all about perception. Number 2, any brand loyalty that you might have to a certain type of bottled water is purely a product of advertising. So this is why I'm going to...
There you go. Fixed water. Shitflation, guys.
Elon Musk is slowing down the internet, or at least the parts of the internet he doesn't like so much.
Basically, links take certain places take 5 seconds to load. And if Elon Musk wants to be a full-blown troll about it, maybe just flash a scary thing on the screen of like, why are you going to this New York Times post or whatever that into leftist territory. I don't know. You can do whatever. It's a little bit shady to do that. I don't know what's the point of playing with Twitter to such an extreme when you're not actually building features, you're just trolling around. Again, Elon Musk is the definition of a troll. If people want to define me as a troll, that's another fucking problem that I will have with them. It's just, it never ends. You know, name calling never fucking ends. And I want it to stop and people have to start respecting instead. That would be a way cooler, dude. Way cooler. And definitely Elon Musk is breaking so many laws. At some point, all we have to do is just stack it. And we're going to see like, oh my god, maybe we should get rid of this billionaire and his desire to, I don't know, troll the shitty part of the internet. Honestly, I don't care. Twitter was garbage anyways. And Elon Musk actually improved the influence of Twitter onto me. Now I actually care about Twitter. Oh my god, is it gonna disappear? It's changing its name, but it can't do that? What's going on? Oh my god. Twitter X. What's going on? How do I understand this? This is awesome. This is such a mindfuck. How do people feel about this? I want to listen now. This is influential stuff.
I watch a Mr. Beast video. After it's done, you're like, what did I just watch? Like, I don't even remember. When we went to North Carolina to edit a few videos with him, I remember watching him scroll on YouTube. We were even talking about Casey Neistat a little bit, and he was just ranting about, oh man, Casey could have 100 million views on his video if he would just do this, but he doesn't. He chooses not to.
We even fought him on that.
We literally like, because we like the way the video is. He's like, yeah, but why wouldn't you want to have 100 million views?
Yeah, so you can see the aggressive nature of Mr. Beast being in his brain and trying to maximize the viewership, the subscriber count. At some point, it has to stop. Like, it's less and less meaningful to get bigger and bigger numbers. It's just you're fighting against yourself, which is a cool thing to do. A cool thing to just project like perfectionism in a way that everyone can understand. But, you know, you're just activating more parts of the world. Usually that's the main strategy. You're just trying to keep retention from every single person that is out there, as many of them as possible, and that's all you do. And you're just basically invading people's space and taking over. And I mean, if you can handle the vibe, if you can handle being heartless while you're growing to the maximum spot, I don't know. Is he trying to reach T-Series and defeat that? Because I need a storyline. The only storyline is now I surround Mr. Beast by a ring of fire and try to question if he deserves to stick around or not. That's the only storyline I have. Alright. And it doesn't look like Mr. Beast is winning, to say the least. Alright. These guys will explode in their link power, so they're so far safe. Like, Mr. Beast is not that impressive, even though he's uploading every week now. What is going on? Still not impressed. I'm still not impressed, bro. But if he can keep up every single week like this, I might change my mind. Holy shit.
Anybody else think it's just fucking crazy that like 5 rich...
Yeah, it is pretty crazy how I give credit to people. 1 second. Where's the right there? I need it right there, you know? Just right in there. For the support of, you know, Sniper Wolf. No credit for you guys.
crazy motherfuckers can get in a submarine and go down to the bottom of the ocean at $250,000 a piece. And the whole world freaks out when they go missing, and the media is everywhere, and they're talking about how to save these people. But 10,000 people die a day from starvation. News doesn't say shit. No media.
First of all, we have no solutions to things, obviously. And it is pretty crazy to not have solutions because, well, yeah, things are getting worse and worse. And we're still looking for those memes, for those juicy memes where the rich people, how do we kill rich people? Oh, we offer a trip to Titanic? Oh, okay, that's cool. I was exciting for a moment. I was excited. But this is what we're looking for, you know. And it's still a pretty good place to start, you know. If anyone falls first, it's not the poor people. It's the ones that have things that we could still use in the moment of chaos, like we need resources. So, yeah. Rich people, you better tighten your belts and become a little bit friendly. Because I don't... You know, if anyone is going to project fear, if anyone is going to fear for their lives, it's going to be them. Because they have tons of things to lose. And if they don't care, they're still going to lose those things. Because that not caring is just equal to fear. Alright, so if people find that shit, they will take it. And it's yeah, good start. Yeah, sure. Very similar sentiment, because, like, we're not friends with them. Like, they're not on YouTube. Like, I can't relate to them. Celebrities are different. Alright? They might be rich, but if they keep us happy, like, I'm gonna stand by their side. Sniper Wolf being attacked is something I can't stand because it's not like she's projecting some kind of toxic behavior, but Jack's film's attacking her. Now it's definitely questionable. Is that toxic though? Because I'm sure it is. Like, surely Sniper Wolf and Azuland goes hand in hand, but Azuland is actually a good reactor, so Sniper Wolf actually inspired a good reaction channel to follow her footsteps. So I don't see what the problem... What's the Sniper Wolf's problem is? Like, just giving credit, just having one picture to block this part of the screen is now a natural disaster or something? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So you have to pick and choose which rich people get to live and who gets to lose everything. Let's hope nobody dies, but, you know, not everyone deserves to just stay in their luxury worlds, separated from the rest of society, where the good stuff happens in society. You must understand. This is the reason why from a billionaire, Elon Musk turned into a troll. He wants to be a part of society. Oh, wow. It's gonna be fun, Elon Musk, I swear. It's all gonna be fun.
Nunchucks are just sticks that are suffering from erectile stick function. It is literally...
And this guy says that not really. Nunchucks have been created to pass through blocks. So if you try to block, the stick will be blocked successfully. The nunchucks will just wrap around and smack you in the head anyways. Success. I like that. I like that it's actually functional. And I did thought the same way, like it was just dumb. Nunchucks were dumb, but now it's shit. That's the way you actually defeat shields? My goodness. So, fuck you, Minecraft. Shields are not defeated by axes. Shields are defeated by nunchucks. My god, bro.
Why do innocent people sometimes plead guilty to a crime they didn't commit? My name is Jesse, and I spent 19 years in the Virginia prison system, and the simple answer is, if you're accused of a crime, the deck is stacked against you. And this is mostly because of the speedy trial requirement, which is a constitutional right that says if you are arrested and charged with a crime and stuck in jail, they have 5 months to take you to trial. Or at least in Virginia, it's 5 months. It may vary slightly across states, but it's a general rule. Now, if you are out on bond...
Yeah, okay, so he started off the wrong foot, basically. But, yeah. the deck is stacked against you because they want you in jail as fast as possible. I don't want to do trial. I'm too busy for a trial. And if you don't get into a trial, you're gonna just go out into the wilderness and do more bad things, because you'll be free without a trial. You're not gonna be convicted. So they offer you things basically. Oh, you would spend 50 years in jail if you know, as a maximum sentence after the trial, but we can offer you 5 years and you'll take the better thing, because you would be scared to be killed, am I right? So basically they're just toying with torment of people. Like, we need justice, we need actual justice to be served, and not people intimidated of just taking a bad deal, just forcibly taking a bad deal just because people are lazy and they cannot keep up with the demands of finding criminals and giving them actual justice. I don't even know if taking time from people is justice anymore, but it is pretty torturous. I just want to make sure that everyone's okay, man. Is everyone okay, though? Is no one's dying from being separated from society forcibly? Is everyone understanding what they did wrong? Because we're supposed to learn lessons and find meaning in why we spend time away from everyone else. I found meaning. It's called cha-ching. I'm getting paid for this shit, bro. I still have to, like, renew the thing. For some reason they stopped paying me, but I'll do it. I'll do it soon. It was summer. It's summer heat. I'm scared. I'm not a chicken, guys. I need to, well, suck it up and do it, I guess. Oh, it's a weekend, though. I will do it on Monday. Yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah, I need to, because they think I'm crazy. They think I did something bad when I just pushed an old woman and she fell down and broke a leg. Oh, oops. How big deal is that? I'm sure she was very valuable to society. Absolutely. When she herself cannot actually maintain a lifestyle properly and comes here to ask for money, like, Jesus Christ, man. You're old enough to just go away into nowhere. And someone else can help you in more local space, I would imagine. And if not, like, she comes from the other side of town, so to speak. Climbs all the way up to our tall building, you know. And it's like, you just come here to ask for money. Like, Jesus, it pissed me off. And so I got 1 year. There's no even debates whether well, no. I was able to bail myself out. The first thing they did, they called me, my mom, rather, and it's like, do you have the money for the bail? That sort of vibe, you know? If you just pay enough money, I mean, nothing bad is going to happen to you anymore. So it's potentially it's different in Europe. In Europe, they smell ability for you to have cash and for them to, you know, take it away from you. They'll just go for that. They just fucking search for that way to rip you off. So fascinating. But instead, I got the money. That's cool. I'll take it. I'll just pretend to be a government worker, not an insane person. Just a person who can't work, but still working very intensely. More intensely than anyone else you've probably ever met. So it's very confusing to me. But hey, you know, the world has to change a little bit. And society now sort of exists on the internet too. We're taking up more and more space and learning about this new environment and how it functions. So if you're saying that I'm a lazy person, I'm not doing enough work, clearly that's not the case. you just haven't tested my abilities, and you want to remain ignorant, which is like, oh, which one of us didn't do enough work, is the question.
Somebody warned me not to look up Miltank fusions, and now I am suffering for my hubris. Why does Charizard Miltank look so uniquely horrible? This thing doesn't want to be alive. Help me. Help me. Blastoise Miltank? Horrible. Not as bad as Miltank Blastoise, though.
I love Miltank, so I watched the whole thing, and all these evolutions that was highlighted. I'll take that.
If you want to commit a crime, just call yourself a business. And then call your victims employees. And you can do
whatever you want. So, that's it. The rest of the clip is actually very, very confusing, of like a business doing some shady things to the employees, not paying the money. But if you go into a store and steal a fucking candy bar, you will get in trouble. Absolutely. Why? But you get in trouble for, like, not doing things a proper way, technically. So you have to just have plenty of reason to do this improper thing with enough people, you know, so you stand out of a crowd, and it is something you can be attacked for. Just standing out in an evil way out of a crowd. So, I am trying to be stood out of a crowd, but it's like, bruh, I'm not doing anything evil, I'm just talking, alright? And if I'm gonna get attacked for talking, for expressing opinions and ideas and defining things and doing work, you guys have no idea how fucking pathetic your life is gonna get if I'm gonna get attacked, if I'm gonna be ripped off from society when I'm not even in it, you know? I'm not even in it. So what usually people do is just close their ears, plug their ears, and it's like, la la la, I can't hear you, you don't exist. Cool, I'm like a boogeyman that for some reason survived the insanity, and people still don't want me to remain in this world. I'm just transitioning into the afterlife slowly. Since I was born, I never really, well, I lost all my friends, and now I cannot get them back, and I don't know what's wrong. What's wrong? But it feels like they're the ones being disrespectful and trying to find, you know, I guess the secret sauce of like, why do you care so much, you know? Why are you so attached? Are you desperate? Yeah, I'm desperate to double check if people can make friends when we truly need to make friends. I'm desperate for that. You can say that. Just, you know, social experiment. I'm gonna move on, and you don't have to be attached to me, but maybe I'll like it. Maybe we will like it. But for now, I am single soon, you know, meaning that I'm very, very lonely and don't have friends. Anytime someone fucking knocks on my door, they don't stay for very long. The conversation goes nowhere. It becomes toxic mess.
What's going on with those white TikTokers who still identify as communists? Like, dude, do you even know what the word communist means? I know you don't, because nobody does. Even your man Karl Marx never gave a clear definition of what a communist society is. When I was a kid in China, Marxism was a required course, and I was a good, obedient nerd.
Yeah, so I do know what communism, socialism is. I know all these definitions, and you're not going to be taught these definitions. Unfortunately, we need to bake an entire cake for this shit, because I don't think I have it anymore. Socialism, communism. I'm sure I've mentioned this stuff a couple of times. But here's the four words that can be turned into a cake very easily. If you're familiar with cakes. Money. I've already said how to understand them. Socialism, communityism, resourceism, which is capital, and authority. Well, governism, authority. So there's that. I guess I have to expand fully and finish the video with that note. Who knows what communism is? Well, China doesn't know. Alright? China doesn't want to know what communism is. China is ruled by governism, boys, where you have to do what government decides because they are smarter or whatever. They have better ideas, more refined ideas or whatever. Resourceism, well, if you get something, you deserve it. Wow. You deserve to have it, basically. If I get something, it's mine, it's my property. I just get to take it. It's my resource. If people give me labor and I just give them some cash and they're happy about it, I get to keep their labor. You know, I get to monetize their labor as any way I want. I can sell anything to any price I want, basically. As long as people want to buy it. I deserve it because people paid that money for me. Alright? It doesn't matter if how I do it. What kind of resources I want doesn't even matter that way either. But at some point you have to draw a line, and it's like, don't invade people's spaces. Alright? You can't just buy up houses. Alright? You can't just buy up land that just got burned. You know, the Maui fires, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to a lot of things, my friends. This is just video 2 out of 10 potentially, if not more. This is not gonna end anytime soon. And people are gonna be uploading a lot of videos while I'm, you know, busy digging TikTok. So I might have to catch up with more things. Societyism, alright? Society. What is societyism, right? Everyone is playing a different role and knows different things. But basically, and deserves respect. If you abuse this system, then you will feel like, oh, I just deserve respect by default. It's my God-given right to gain respect. You have to do something, though. You have to play a role. Please. You have to be something. No. Not gay. Gay is not a role. Sexuality is not who you are. A role is you do something. You do stuff. If you say that you suck dicks, like, I mean, that's cool, but it's like, is it a fucking role, dude? If you dress up like a fucking faggot, is it a role, dude? Rolling in the deep, maybe. Because I don't like it. I personally don't. I'm not going to give you respect, because this is more of a marketing technique than you actually producing something to the society. You're playing a role that's actually entertaining. No, it's trigger roles. It's clown roles. Whereas, like, it's clearly a weird role to play, and most people not going to subscribe to that. All right. So here you go. Deserve respect? Sometimes very questionable. Depends on the fucking role you play. If there is even one to be had. Like, people that deserve respect, nurses, policemen, people that work for the government, they have to go to work, basically. You understand that this is a role they play. This is an expectation that they build. They have to wear a uniform. I understand. But if you just put on a clown suit, I mean, cool. Just please hide your face properly. Cool. I understand people will like you. It's just not a role that's gonna, you know, last very long and gonna be replaced by other clowns. It's not like you're gonna have, like, a wonderful... Well, everyone wants to be a clown and earn money out of that. Especially if they lost their identities. But there's worse things than that. Clown is just the edge of that not having a role type of thing. This when you start having a role, you start by being a clown, I think. It's a good place to start for idiots, you know. Open that book, How to Be a Clown for Dummies. The first job to do is actually it's a wonderful job to be a clown. It's in certain places in the world. It's a wonderful job. But you have to do the right thing, man. But if I don't know, we're gonna dig deeper into this because this actually triggers me so much. I'm trying to actually attack it, and I'm not pinpointing the underlying problem about it. I just see a bunch of clowns, and that's annoying. All right, so well, see, the thing is, you can't tell to everyone that you're a clown. You just can't. Your identity is still hidden. That's where it's not a role. If you're you know, a prostitute, you can't just tell everyone that you're a prostitute. You can't just flash that you're gay, but you're trying to make sure that everyone is comfortable with it. But it's like, I don't care. It's a sexual thing. It's like, I will never fucking need it, you know, unless I have a relationship with you, which is so rare, so difficult to actually establish something like this, a connection like that. So a role in society, all right? And let's not forget that word. And communism is communities now. What are communities supposed to do? Well, communism is like splitting America into different states. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not saying America is communistic or represents communism. I'm saying Europe is communism. All right? America just, you know, copied and pasted Europe's behavior of like, maybe we should also have states, because I feel like it's very difficult to just combine everything into one thing. We still have to have regions. But Europe is communism because we split the fucking, you know, continent into just small, tiny pieces with different languages. Like, it's disgusting for me to look into it. But it is what it is, all right? See you guys next time. I explained it very clearly. Why? Well, if you split and you can still get a group of people that are sustainable, then you have a community. You not have a society, because society is trying to maximize the amount of people that exist in that blob. But community is like, it's functional, it's capable of producing things, people survive, people are somewhat happy doing their thing, they can have privacy, they can have their own laws. So, you know, that's what communism is. All right? There's some benefits to it, but obviously there's plenty of drawbacks if you just have pure communism and everyone gets to do whatever they want, and they figure out a way to escape the matrix by annoying other people in the same community. In annoying people in a community is a death sentence, and a very, very quick one, if not a torture sentence, until you change your fucking mind, because we fucking need you to survive. So we survive. Yeah, boys. Welcome to communism, bitches.